We're about to look at 16 different introductions that your Sims can do. Yes, 16. Let's start out with the basics before getting into those more obscure and powerful introductions that are lesser known. Firstly, keep in mind that all introductions will make the target sim know your own sim, popping them into your relationships panel and letting you get to know them much more easily going forward. Let's start out with the basic friendly introduction, which just provides a very small friendship boost. Next, there's the funny introduction, which provides a small friendship boost but will likely make your conversation a funny conversation, setting your sim up for a successful chat full of jokes, and this can be handy for when you're looking to train the comedy skill through social interaction. Now for the rude introduction, which is good for making enemies. It'll pop you into slightly negative friendship territory with the sim you introduced yourself to and make the conversation unpleasant, which is perfect for when you're looking to be mean to other sims. Now for a lesser known introduction being the hilarious icebreaker. This introduction is unlocked when your sim completes the joke star aspiration and is awarded the hilarious trait. Again, this will provide a small friendship boost with the target before making the conversation a hilarious repartee, setting you up to make lots of successful jokes. Now for the introductions unlocked through the charisma skill, starting with the cheerful introduction that's made available at level 4. Using this gives a relationship a starting friendly boost, which is a little bit stronger than a basic friendly introduction, while also providing your sim with a bit of charisma experience. Then there's the flirty introduction, which is unlocked at level 5 charisma. In addition to a bit of charisma experience, if successful, this will give a slight romantic relationship boost to the target sim. It's enough so that 1 or 2 more successful romantic interactions will make the romance bar visible, as generally a set level of romance needs to occur before the romance bar appears for sims. Now do note that if you have the City Living expansion pack and your sim has the unflirty trait, then this introduction will change from a flirty introduction to an unflirty introduction, and essentially this just has a slightly lower chance of being successful. Honestly though, I didn't notice that much of a difference. At level 8 charisma, sims will unlock an enchanting introduction, where they shower sims with rose petals. Low-key, I wish this would happen to me. This provides both a small friendly and a small romantic relationship boost with the target sim, which is great for getting anything romantic off the ground and running. Especially considering that this introduction will also give the target sim a flirty +1 moodlet for 4 hours. On top of this, you'll gain a bit of charisma experience too. Now for the respectful introduction, which comes with the Snowy Escape expansion pack. And from my experience, this works very similarly to a friendly introduction. Note that for all sims, this introduction becomes one of the basic introductions, alongside friendly, funny, and rude intros. However, if a sim has the proper trait, then out of the basic introductions, they'll only have the respectful introduction option. And the proper trait is kind of annoying, as it even makes the respectful introduction override some of the intros unlocked from the charisma skill, such as the cheerful and flirty introduction. If you have the Growing Together expansion pack, then note that using a respectful introduction also has a chance to see your sim gain the proper trait as well, should you approve it of course. Now for one of my favorites, being the polite introduction. This intro comes with the Parenthood game pack. It's available to sims who have the good manners trait, which is unlocked by having a teenage sim age up to an adult with very high manners. The polite introduction gives a huge boost to your friendship with the target sim, instantly putting the friendship bar at around 30% full. On top of this, both you and the target sim will gain a +2 happy moodlet for 4 hours. Time for another very powerful introduction now, being the Besties friendly introduction. This requires the Get Famous expansion pack and a sim that's at least a 4-star proper celebrity who has unlocked the Instant Besties perk. When you use this introduction on a sim, your friendship bar will instantly reach at least halfway and you'll become friends with them. Yes, it's literally that easy. You say hi and bam, they are your friends. The next introduction is unlocked in the same way, and it's the Besties romantic introduction. I believe this is the most powerful introduction in the game, as it instantly gives you a small friendly relationship boost. However, more importantly, it puts your romance bar at around 50% full, while also making the target sim and you have a lovebird status. Now, if a sim is already romantically taken, then this introduction will become like a besties friendly introduction, and you'll become friends with the target sim. Moving on now to an attempted introduction, which ties into Get Famous and celebrity sims. In order to get to know a sim who is famous, or if you are famous, a sim who is a higher celebrity tier than yourself, you must attempt an introduction with them. The larger the difference is between fame levels, the greater the chance that your attempt will fail. So for example, while a 1-star celeb will likely succeed in introducing themselves to a 2-star celeb, a 1-star celebrity or a non-famous sim is very likely to fail when they attempt to get to know a 5-star celebrity. If the introduction attempt fails, then the sim won't be added to your relationships panel and you can't converse with them normally. But if successful, then you'll get a very small friendly boost and the famous sim will be added to your relationships panel before you can interact with them as you would another sim. Now for some occult introductions, starting with a mermaid's kiss. And it's admittedly a little debatable whether or not this is an introduction. It can be used before you get to know a sim, but then after using it, you can still perform another introduction to the target sim. And stacking a mermaid's kiss with another powerful introduction can be rather strong. Now, a mermaid's kiss costs 30 hydration and provides a decent friendly boost with the target while leaving them with a +1 happy moodlet for 4 hours. Another reason why it's debatable whether this is or isn't an introduction is that the mermaid power can be used even once you know a sim, but keep in mind that there is a small cooldown using it. Now, when a werewolf's fury bar raises and reaches around halfway full, their usual introductions will change to become sniff and introduce. And from what I can tell, I believe this acts very similarly to a friendly introduction. Finally, we have an introduction that only ghost sims can use. Yes, the ghost scare. Note that from my experience, this interaction was very temperamental in that sometimes it appeared and other times it didn't. It sometimes very slightly lowers your friendship bar with the target sim, and other times very slightly raises it. And like the mermaid kiss, it can stack with other introductions and be used after an initial introduction too, meaning it is again a little questionable as to whether it can actually be considered an intro. And with that, we're at the end. That's a look at every introduction in The Sims 4, and gosh, I am praying that I didn't miss any of them, but please forgive me if I did. If you enjoyed or found this helpful, then please subscribe and leave a like, I would really appreciate it, and have an amazing day. See you later!